Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Astuti. I am from class B 2018. Now I am the 5th semester, and this video as a mid test for English for specific purposes course by Mr. Adi Isma. And in this time, I would like to explain about the material that has been given by Mr. Adi from the second meeting until the 7th meeting. The first is the origin of ESP. ESP is an English language learning method that has a special purpose or a new approach as the use of English for specific fields and studies that are in accordance with the needs of the field of science and provision. The origins of ESP. ESP can identify three main reasons that they are common with the emergency of all ESP, namely, the first, the demands of brave the new world. It says all these developments to exert emphasis on the sixth language that teach effectiveness for delivering the goods needed. The second, a revolution in linguistics. The goal of linguistics is to explain the rules for using English for grammar. The last, focus on the learner. Learners have different needs and interests, and it is important for students to increase motivation to learn. Next, the development of ESP. Register analysis is an analysis of the grammatical and lexical features of language used for specific purposes or in certain social settings. Next, rhetorical or discourse analysis. It focuses on understanding how sentences are combined in discourse to produce meaning. Next, target situation analysis aims to take students' existing knowledge and establish it on a more scientific. Next, skills and strategy. The central idea behind the skill-centered approach is the underpinning of language use. The last, learning-centered approach. ESP pay more attention to language learning rather than language use. Next, the language description. The language description consists of 6 main stages of development, namely, the first, classical or traditional grammar. Description of English and other language are based on classical. The second, structural linguistics. Grammatical structures are described in terms of syntagmatic structures that carry basic proposition. Next, transformational generative grammar. Explain that there are problems that arise from language. Next, language variation and register analysis. The two same texts means to convey the same message. Next, functional or national grammar. And the last, discourse rhetorical analysis. The logical development of a functional or national view of language. Next material is theories of learning. Theories for learning is the starting point for all language teaching in order to understand how people learn. The first, behaviorism. Learning as habit formation. This behavior theory includes a simple theory but good for learning. The second, mentalism. Thinking as rule govern activity. This theory defines thinking as behavior that is governed by rules. Next, cognitive code. Learners as thinking beings cognitive view theory is more focused on bringing the learner to be an active information. Next, the affective factors. Learners as emotional beings. This theory prioritizes the way people think but also with feelings. Next, learning and acquisition. These two theories are useful in the process of learner awareness. And the last, a model for learning. This theory presents a model of the learning process that will make it easier for teachers to get reference. Next material is need analysis. The need analysis includes some questions that should be asked about the nature of language and the teaching or learning process in the general. In this discussion, we will look at a more specific problem of needs analysis. The need for learning requires that match the target situation where English will be used by students. The results of the linguistic knowledge needed by students also produce the ability to learn using various methods. And next material is approaches to course design. Approach to course designing. The first, language-centered course design, aims to describe the direct relationship between the target situation analysis and the benefit of the ESP course design, so it looks logical and easy, but this has the disadvantage of starting with the learner. The second, skill-centered course design, has two basic principles, namely basic theoretical hypothesis of language habits are certain skills and strategies which students use to produce good understanding. The last, a learning-centered approach. Two implications of a learning-centered approach. The first, a course design is a negotiation process. The second, course design is a dynamic process. And next, conclusion. ESP is generally used in the teaching of foreign language for specific uses in certain fields of skills and profession. ESP can also be understood as a benefit in the role of the English language as a means of communication, both spoken and written. The goal is that students are able to master English in the field they are studying. Okay, I think enough for me. Thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, follow our Instagram, and go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.